An Iranian MP has said Iran's planned military response to the Israeli attack on the Islamic Republic will be way heavier than the previous one, codenamed True Promise 2. Esmaeil Kowsari added that all members of Iran's Supreme National Security Council have agreed to the response to the Zionist regime. He added that the resistance groups of the region will also be involved in the attack on Israel. Kowsari called the Zionist regime's aggression against Iran as foolish, noting that Iran has a right to retaliate the attack under international law. He also said the Supreme National Security Council has already made a decision on the issue. However, Kowsari did not confirm CNN's report that Tehran will give a response to the Zionist regime before the US presidential election next week. He said no one knows when Iran is going to retaliate the Israeli aggression. The recent Israeli attack on Iran killed 4 army personnel. United Nations leaders described the escalating crisis in the northern Gaza Strip as apocalyptic on Friday, cautioning that the entire population is at risk of imminent death. They emphasized the urgent need for a ceasefire, as the Middle East region teeters on the edge of catastrophe. Israel's recent air and ground assault in northern Gaza aimed to prevent Hamas' re-establishment. A joint statement from UN agency heads noted, the North Gaza situation is apocalyptic, with a month-long siege denying basic aid and life-saving supplies, and ongoing bombardment. The recent surge in violence has resulted in hundreds of Palestinian fatalities, mostly women and children, and thousands displaced, placing the entire population at risk of death from disease, famine, and violence. Just in the past few days, hundreds of Palestinians have been killed, most of them women and children, and thousands have once again been forcibly displaced. The entire Palestinian population in North Gaza is at imminent risk of dying from disease, famine, and violence. They urged all parties fighting in the besieged Palestinian territory to protect civilians, and called on Israel to cease its assault on Gaza and on the humanitarians trying to help. Humanitarian aid cannot keep up with the scale of the needs due to the access constraints. Basic, life-saving goods are not available. Humanitarians are not safe to do their work and are blocked by Israeli forces and by insecurity from reaching people in need. They said humanitarian relief must be facilitated, and we urge all parties to provide unimpeded access to affected people, while hospitals should not turn into battlegrounds.